Hey, in this video, I'm going to talk about my personal goals for 2017.
DJ Roubo.
So welcome back, and welcome to 2017. As I've already said in the intro, in this video I'm going to talk a little bit about some of my personal goals for 2017. Keep in mind that part of the reason that I started this channel is so that people could see someone actually improve. If you're into fitness, for example, there's so many channels out there that actually show somebody that's already in fantastic shape and has six-pack abs and that kind of thing. But I think for an average person, it'd be interesting to see somebody that is, 300 pounds and really wants to lose weight and has made that commitment to making that happen. So, part of the reason I started my channel was to show my journey and to document it. So, with 2017 here, I have 5 things that I, would like to try to accomplish for the year. And I thought I would talk about them with you. One is I'd like to play out again. It's been a really long time, maybe a year and a half or so, since I've actually played out in front of a crowd. And, I can sit here and I really like DJing, so it's, I'm happy to make, personal mixes and those kinds of things. But if you're not DJing for other people, you're really missing out a huge component on what makes DJing fun. It is an amazing feeling when you are DJing and you can get people on the dance floor and get them clapping their hands and waving their hands and like, oh, I'm going to speed things up, or man, I know the next song that I pick is going to drive people crazy. Oh, and that happens, right? And so there's a really great feeling that comes with being able to do that. Now, the other side of that, and I've had this happen too, where you're DJing and nobody wants to dance, or doesn't seem to make any difference what you play. People seem to be unhappy, and that can be incredibly frustrating. But I want to play out again. So that's goal number 1. 2. I would like to do more on-the-fly creativity. I have a system now where, especially if I use sync, where I don't even really need headphones. The way that I configure my cue points, I can do key mixings. So, I have a system that makes mixing a pretty easy process, and where I can blend from one song into the next song without a problem. And that, again, not finding 2 songs that go together well is a real fun process. But I really want, if I'm going to improve as a DJ, I want to have more tools in my tool bag. So, there's nothing like, okay, I know that the break is coming up. I've got 16 bars to make that happen. There is no real build-up, so I need to create something from scratch. Okay, I'm going to use that particular effect, and I'm going to combine it with 2 other things. And oh, by the way, I need to make sure that I find another song in the right song, and then I need to make sure I select the break for that. And oh, wait a second, it's at a different tempo, so now I need to make sure that the tempos are the same. And when you're DJing, there can be 10 things that are going on in your head all at the same time. And, it's sort of like a magic trick in order to pull things off. I want to do more of those kinds of things. I'm, kind of being always at the edge of, things falling apart, and then somehow managing to keep it, all together. So I want to add more creativity on the fly, as opposed to, hey, I know, like, I'm going to create a loop, and I'm going to turn down the bass, and okay, now I'm going to start it up, and I'm going to mix it in, and I'm going to fade out the other, like, I can do that all day. So more creativity. Right now, I record my mixes maybe once every 2 or 3 months. My commitment is to record a mix twice a month. There's something that happens when you hit record when you're mixing that, oh my goodness, I can make a mistake. And it sort of changes the dynamics when you're recording it. But the only way to get better as a DJ, I shouldn't say the only way to get better, but one of the ways to get better is to listen to your own mixes. So, as opposed to just practicing every day, I'm going to hit the record button at least twice a month. Normally, I try to do a 1 hour mix of new music, and I'm going to try to do that twice a month so I can, again, keep track of how I'm doing. Number 4, I'm going to commit to a platform. Largely, I've been a tractor DJ, and and this isn't to trash tractor. I think tractor's a pretty amazing product, but it's not a product that works for me. So, if you've seen in another video earlier, a couple weeks ago, I purchased the Pioneer DJ SX2. And while it's really made to work with Serato, I'm going to be using it with Rekordbox DJ. Now, Rekordbox DJ has it's awesome software, but it has a couple of problems with it. So I'm working on trying to get through those problems. But I want to learn my SX2 inside and out. I want to know what every single button is. I want to know what all the effects do. I want to know all the settings in the software. I want to make sure that I know my controller and my software inside and out, where if I need to do something, I don't have to think about where it is or how to do it. It's an automatic process. Keep in mind that your controller is your instrument, and so what basically I'm saying, I really want to learn my instrument inside and out. And then lastly, I want to improve my scratching. I know enough scratching so that I can do baby scratches and things like that. But I really, for performance purposes and going back to that on-the-fly creativity, I think that can add an additional dimension to my mixing that I don't really have today. So, there's a bunch of awesome videos that show you how to do it, and I'm a member of a course for the digital DJ, which is their scratch course, which I paid for quite a while ago, and I'm just gonna make a commitment to practicing that. So those are my 5 things that I'm going to be working on for the year. I'm really interested to hear if you guys have set any goals for the year. Are you trying to work on anything? Are you trying to improve anything? Let's start a conversation about it. Let's keep track together. So with that, I will say I'm wishing everybody the best in 2017, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!